Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Night X Nerd channel. I'm your host, Slip. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day. Today, I actually made and uploaded a video. Well, that was one part of what I did today. I also had like a project for school, um, and I was using SolidWorks, and I really like SolidWorks. I know a lot of people don't really, but I really enjoy it, and I was building this like hexagonal pattern thing. Um, Legitimately, I don't know why it was very difficult for me. Typically, I'm pretty good at SolidWorks, I would say. The problem was it was generating literally like 1,000 lines in this one sketch because I was trying to make this pattern with a bunch of hexagons in it, and the amount of hexagons was it was too much. So there was some difficulties there. Uh, and then at the end, I was actually told that by my group project members that actually I had been starting from like a flawed premises from the start. So I basically spent, 2 hours doing nothing, but it is what it is. And SolidWorks is fun anyway, it's, learning that system. But in any case, I'm excited to get back on the Warhammer grind. So let's see how that goes today. All right, I think. Yeah, let me just check something real quick. Actually, one sec. Let me just check something. All right, sorry about that. Let's get right into it. This game always takes such a long time for my computer to load. I do not understand why. I, I feel like I have a nice enough laptop. I actually got the computer I have, like, what I thought it was a steal. I thought it was a great deal. Um, and it's certainly much better than anything else I've ever owned before. Let's see, what class do we want to play today? I feel like I'm in a heavy mood, but I also just prestige heavy. I feel like I should get other stuff to prestige. Unlock stuff I haven't seen before. Let's see. Okay. Um, Soundbander. Let's go with man, I did not do very well with tactical last time. Let's go with Vanguard. Let's try to go with Vanguard. I feel like I typically prefer the more melee oriented classes, which is why they're leveled up. But it should be pretty good. What's the the parry? Okay. Let's do. Let's just do a. I mean, that should be fine. Let's just do a quick mention. See where we get placed. Yeah, so I was reading when I was actually very surprised when I was reading Deliverance Lost because the I kind of didn't quite understand the whole point of the Raven Guard sometimes with their um, like with the stealth tactics that they use and such. Uh, I was very much pro. I'm very much pro like Space Marines being like the big walking tanks, and it just doesn't. There's like a cognitive dissonance, right? When it's like, oh, I'm this a lumbering Space Marine, but actually I'm like a stealth guy. So it just doesn't make sense a lot of the time. But you know, I read the book, and then as it happens after I read the books, I start liking the faction. And then this time it's somehow even extended to the Raptors, which are a uh, sub-faction of the Raven Guard. And they're even like if the Raven Guard are like more like practical than other legions, then the Raptors are even like more practical, like a step further than that. Like um, they fight as if they were like soldiers like nowadays, except just with really heavy power armor. So that's like I can imagine Raptors would like clear a room a lot differently than like even Ultramarines or pretty much anyone else. And so I don't know if it was just because, yeah, I guess I read the book and then I decided that I liked both the Raven Guard and the
Lieutenant
Raptors
Titus
because it
predicts
showed
the
me
Tyranid's hive tyrant
that
is leading a swarm along a corridor toward the
Space Marines can
astropathic
be kind
relay.
of
We are
tactical.
inserting you.
All right, what's my
Assist in
service?
the
Oh,
defense of the
okay.
bridge until you confirm that the Xenos Overlord has entered the kill zone. Then trigger the
Okay, he's
detonation.
got a fancy. He's got a
Excellent
bolt sniper
strategy.
rifle. Is that the fancy one?
Talassa shall bring
I haven't
swift.
tried the bolt sniper rifle yet. I thought I wouldn't really enjoy it
Delta Wing
because
box check.
yeah.
Iridian, stay the air, Lieutenant.
Oh, I might not have
Talassa
switched up my
here.
pistol.
Just
But
landed.
Acknowledged.
let's
Proceeding
just
to
get over
relay.
here.
Maintain box reports. Cabin please out.
There we go. Love to see it. I actually do. The only problem that I have with Vanguard, I would like Vanguard a lot more if I just if I could use any weapon that wasn't the chainsword. I hate this. I hate the chainsword in this game. I cannot tell you why, but I do. Oh, get out here. I said get out of here. It just feels, I don't know how to explain it. I like the chainswords in the book a lot. Well, okay, I used to be a huge chainsword hater because I thought that it's just super unrealistic and great play. I just thought it was super unrealistic that you would have a sword that's also a chainsaw. So I just and it was like a suspension of disbelief in other ways, but just for the chainsword, I just couldn't do it until again, I don't know. At some point, I started liking chainsaws more, and then when I started reading the books, I liked chainswords even more. Oh jeez, just pop a grenade in there. I
I
love
can
grenades.
understand why the Astra
Okay.
Minotaurium struggled to repel that horde. Grapple rotor set.
Alright, we didn't have to fight at all. I'm surprised. I read somewhere that realistically in this game, you are just always biting off a lot more than Space Marine should theoretically be able to chew. Like, not even like with the fighting Carnifexes like I was talking about with the last stream, but also just, I mean, in general, like, these like Tyranid warriors, like, you shouldn't be able to take more than one, right? I mean, they're strong, and sometimes like I can like see it too, like the stats, like they can tear us apart pretty quick on some of these higher difficulties. Which is yeah, I don't know. Great dodge for the thing over there, I guess. Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. Very nice. Please come back here. Oh, I guess not. Trust. Oh man. Nobody saw that. That was kind of embarrassing. Actually, our whole team looks like they're about to die. But yeah, like, I mean, is this more realistic for what 40k should be? Like, maybe on the tabletop it's like this. I mean, because I can't imagine that you just send in only 3 Space Marines and it can, like, you know, they can like solo 2 Carnifexes, Hellbrutes. Actually, Hellbrutes like the biggest thing. How are 3 Space Marines supposed to solo a Hellbrute? Isn't the whole point like a Hellbrute? They're like dreadnoughts, right? I don't think, you know, soloing a dreadnought, even if there's, I mean, even if there's just 3 Space Marines, like they cannot take a dreadnought. There's no way. How do you get through the armor? I guess because it's a video game, though, you make certain allowances. Thank you very much, good sir. These guys out. Where's this guy going? Why is he going so far ahead? There's some sort of like shenanigans going on. Tomfoolery, like hacking. I've never understood why you'd want to hack into a video game. I mean, the whole point is that it's supposed to be like, you know, fun test of skill, right? Like, what's the point if you're just power fancying it the whole way? You just get kind of bored if you hack the game and then now suddenly you're the best. Like, oh no. Like, the whole point is that you're testing yourself, right? I don't know. I feel like if I unlocked all the cosmetics in this game, then I don't know if I would still play. Like, I think my motivation right now is to like prestige, level up, all that stuff, but kind of in service to like getting drip, because the drip is immaculate.
Does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
Oh, yes. So recently I've been watching, well, I guess not recently, but I watched Initial D all the way through. I feel like I should take that. And I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I'm not like terribly huge card guy, but afterwards, you know, I think I am a little bit. I mean, I used to watch all the Grand Tour as a kid. Not really as a kid. I mean, my brother discovered it for our family, and since then it's just like a thing that that we do. I mean, Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond are just possibly some of the greatest entertainers to ever live. I mean, wow. They are just so consistently funny all the time, and no matter like what the cars or what they're doing, it's just every episode's great. I actually cannot recommend a show more than the Grand Tour. They're like who like got me interested for the most part in like real life engineering and like cars. I mean, definitely before then, I was like, I don't know. I used to find cars like very, I mean, like cool in some way, but like not in like a super like describable sense, right? Just kind of like tangentially, right? I mean, well, maybe I should not really think that. Okay, so this thing does have a carry. Why am I struggling so much? And my favorite, I don't know. Except the problem is that what I'm really bad at is sharing the wealth when it comes to the Grand Tour. Because whenever I want to share the Grand Tour with a friend, I always pick the worst episodes every single time. Because like, I don't know, I can't do that. I should not latch on to they should not let you latch on to but like instead of picking like episodes where they're actually doing good car stuff, I'll end up like picking the ones where they're just doing like the random like nonsense, and not even like the good random nonsense. Like the Grand Tour, for example, there have been several times where I choose to introduce friends to the Grand Tour by watching the special where they're out there in like the desert doing the Special Forces training, which is a fine episode, but it's like that is not the show at all. And then what ends up happening is because like the people are not understanding the tone of the show, I feel the need to explain while we're watching it. So then I end up not enjoying the show as much when I'm trying to like make people enjoy the show because I just pick terrible episodes. The most success I've had is I started doing a similar thing. I don't think it was specifically that second episode where they're like in the desert. Okay, just to preface it, actually, if someone doesn't know what the Grand Tour is, it's this car show with three English guys, but it's like an old car show that started like I think in the 90s or early 2000s, and there's three guys: Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. And the whole point of the show is they go around and they review cars and they do fun challenges with cars, but for the most part, the draw is not the cars themselves, but it's the boys, because the show is just them doing like random stuff. Honestly, half of the show is like serious car, like, oh, you should buy this one as opposed to the other one, and the other, which is still entertaining. But the other half is that, like, we didn't think that ambulances were good enough, so we designed our own. And they'll take like, you know, three random like type cars and be like, well, this one would be a really good ambulance because, and then that's like an example of some of the ridiculous stuff they do. And they're also since it's an older show and also just their personalities, they're also very not PC. So one of Jeremy Clarkson's recurring jokes is that he will say like, oh, so they did an episode on where they were. The whole point of the episode was to like show that like anyone could be like a truck driver, a lorry driver, and you know, Queen's English, or maybe the King's English. Actually, now you would say that. But during the episode, they ended up actually like offending a ton of actual lorry drivers because Jeremy Clarkson, he's like, it's really hard. Gear change, order a prostitute, gear change, which, you know, is not a great thing to say. I'm not sure if he apologized for that. Some of the stuff he apologizes for, it's really bad. Like there was one time that a bunch of people thought that he said the N-word I mean, they didn't actually post that. That one was like a separate. Like, that did not make it into the episode. I think. Actually, I don't know if I watched that. I think I just watched the controversy. Okay. Yes. There we go. Yeah.
You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
But you know, they've gotten in trouble with like the Mexican consulate, and it was a different time. Like the show definitely not. Like, the only reason that they were at the BBC, the only reason they were kept around for so long is because of the amount of money that they made. I mean, this was like the most popular show on the BBC for a long time. It's just, you know, friends doing fun stuff together. Oh, jeez. Concentration struggle.
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Thank you guys. Anyway, I just really like this show. They're funny.
Got the gear. The rebel will just set. That fire. Keep them Let us kill the ugly bastard. I've never seen such an atrocity.
Death Watch, sort of? Or...
Give the hive beast a moment.
I'm not really sure. Anyways.
Detonate the charges now.
I hope that comment about him quoting different versions of the contract. Like, it's smart
Right on target. Talassa to Delta. We destroyed it.
Would recommend watching the Dream Tour.
Please repeat.
Great show. And that's what got me trying to get into cars alongside with now. Initial D. I mean, obviously, I think Initial D is a lot heavier on the end for like car stuff, but there's a lot more Dream Theater to watch. So.
That beast is not yet dead. Good. I hate leaving a job unfinished. We can hold this position, Lords. We'll keep the swarm off your backs. Like.
Oof.
The target is still struggling under that wreckage.
Yeah, no, I mean, they just weren't really afraid to say anything because their show was so successful. They also, like, weren't, like... They made fun... But just, again, you know, to be funny. They said funny things. But they're also a source of a lot of memes. I love Top Gear memes. Like, oh no, anyway, is a classic. I like this, but this one, I like this better. That one's another Top Gear meme. The one where there's one where they're in like the three of them are in like these like suits for. I think they were going to do it. They were doing a challenge where they made up their own. They turned a van into a hovercraft, and they were like going to set out onto the water, and I think they were wearing like these like wetsuits for it. And that's where, you know, gentlemen, our time has come from, because they're like getting ready to head out. And potentially, you know, I mean, also to preface it, none of the stuff they built ever worked. Like, it would always break down or fail. And so half the joke with them is like, oh, like if they ended up actually being able to finally get something that worked, half the joke was like, oh, look at that, we actually accomplished something. Oh, nice. Let's just... Why don't you send that? Oh. Yeah, a lot of great. My top here is tremendously fun. Babysit over there? Okay. I can't say I'm like a super efficient representative.
It knows we are after it. Keep grappling.
I can't even say I'm particularly good at aiming. Oh, I don't have this one.
Class Steel and Mortar. This bridge is a fine example of what Imperial industry can achieve. The amount of supplies this bridge will transport will bring new life to this sector. It's an artery vital and flowing with Imperial goods, munitions, and supplies. Support beams tested to 10 times the municipal limits, exceeding Imperial quality limitations. I can say that this bridge will stand the test of time in any tectonic events. It'll outlive me by 10,000 years. Project Overseer comments approved and recorded.
Talassa, report. In pursuit of the target. Talassa, you cut out. Repeat. Lieutenant! Lord! Our Vox link is out. We must be nearing the relay. The Lieutenant will just have to listen for our howls of victory.
Yeah, they would do like funny stuff like that. I think there was another one of their challenges that was really good. I recall they was that ambulance one that was good? Like I said, just gonna borrow those.
Trying to climb. We need to head up.
Honestly, some of the greatest ones are like the ones that sound like super simple. So I think one of the greatest episodes that the Grand Tour ever did was they took the whole point of the episode was, oh, we're going to prove to you that Jaguars aren't unreliable cars. They're actually really great, and you know, anyone would love to own a Jaguar and all of this. So they take like 3 like old Jaguars that they bought for like really cheap, and then they go to, they just drive around Colorado, and they're driving around and they're doing this joke the whole time that apparently Jaguar owners, or let's say Jag owners have a reputation for they just like steal things. Like it's, you know, like, oh, you go to your friend's house and borrow a tea towel, but it's fine because you own a Jag, so, you know, he should have expected that you were gonna steal that anyway. Stuff like that, so. So I try to keep my distance. I always like to... Oh, goodbye. No, but the... Let's see. They also did a challenge. Oh, no. So they're going around, like, Colorado. Oh, what? Okay.
Hands up! It is not dead. It is channeling some kind of power.
Let's get in there. Okay, let's. Oh. Get this health back. Yeah, I guess I will resume the Top Gear talk in a second once maybe this fight is more secure. What?
Walk available.
Here's what it is. But no, they.
Our brother is dead.
Oh. Okay. Well, happens when you don't pay attention to your surroundings, I suppose. There's another scene in this. We might lose here. There's another scene in the same episode where he basically so him and the guys are like driving, right, and they get pulled over by a police officer. So what happens is like a Colorado sheriff or whatever, and so Jeremy Clarkson gets out of the car. Jeremy, just for like some context, like for the rest of the jokes that they like to do, like Jeremy Clarkson's like this tall, like kind of fat British guy. James May is like medium height and he has long hair. And then Richard Hammond is like small. But Jeremy's like this tall guy, so he's like oh, he's got it. Dang, he's actually playing real well. Good parry. Oh, I would have been hit by that if it had been me. But this guy luckily is much better than that. Oh. This guy wants it. Yes, sir. Just gotta survive 15 seconds. 15 seconds and he's got oh, this is a very unfortunate situation. Bravo, bravo. But yeah, this goes back to like my question before about Space Marines. Like, even like an injured hive tyrant like this, like, is this possible for us to do? Like, this is enormous. It's enormous. Like, I feel like it'd have to be a lot more injured for us to take it down. Dude, the swords alone probably back to the battle barge, Lieutenant. And yes, there's a big thing of rebar sticking out of it, but like, at the same time, like, aren't these things like hyper engineered to be like the greatest thing that the hive mind can like come up with? I don't know. That's actually one fight where I'm not too upset there's like a minion phase, so to speak. Because like it just makes sense, like that's how they fight with. Anyways, let me walk around real quick. I gotta fix some lights. But oh, anyway, well, that story I was saying. So Jeremy Clarkson is they get pulled over because they're going, too fast. Or honestly, it was staged probably, but they get pulled over. So Jeremy Clarkson, takes the sheriff aside and he goes, "Look here, constable." He opens up his passport, his English passport, and he starts talking about his English passport. He goes, "Do you see here where it says uh, you know, this passport by the authority of the Queen, that's in England, gives, and then he just starts like, dabbling on about how the passport, gives him the right to do whatever he wants anywhere. Okay. All right, I kind of did okay. Um, and then there's like a hard cut, and the guys start rating him. They're all driving again, and the guys start rating him. They're like, so Jeremy, what did you did a good job of getting us out of that one. How did you do that? And he goes, oh, classic. I just hit him with my passport. So that's the stereotype of the Jaguar driver, I guess, that they're trying to uphold, and they're doing all these tests. And the funniest part of the episode is as the test is going on, like these cars are like really not great quality. Like one, they're old, and two, they're Jaguars. So, oh, interesting. So as the tests are going on, of course they fail one. James May actually fails one in a really funny way. Uh, nice. Where the car, he drives the car over a cliff pretty much. Uh, and I mean, it's staged, but his car wasn't going to make it anyway. Um, but then they pretend. So first they show like the scene of the car, like tumbling down the cliff, and then they cut the shot, and they're like, "Wow, amazingly, James's car survived the fall." And it's James May, and he's in a completely different car. It's red. It has a sunroof. It's like 10 years younger. He's like, I somehow gained 100 new horsepower. Wow. So they're just because the whole point of the episode is they're trying to prove again that like Jaguars are good cars to be bought and all of this. So it's pretty funny. What even here is good? Like probably the range damage. That's kind of annoying. Oh, maybe I should just look here. Extremis or Majoris. I kind of would prefer to be better against Majoris. I think I can do fine against Extremis. Oh, see, I kind of like that too, though. We'll just go with hmm, let's go with this one here. Survivability. Maybe needs it. Oh wait, I reached full mastery. No shot. I was not even paying attention. There's only one I haven't used yet. Maybe that's why it felt like I was using like block, because I just haven't used fencing in so long. Okay, I guess we shall be using this. I do prefer this. I think this one's. I'm just not a fan of this blue. Um, no. Anyway, who knows? Maybe if I get like up enough, maybe I'll add some top gear emotes. I can do that somehow. I don't really know how that works, but I feel like that'd be funny. Which of these do I want to use? Say the straight damage might be nice. For now, at least. For X. Let's go with yeah. Oh, so I've almost maxed out the chainsaw. I hope these guys aren't waiting for me. No, they are. Let's just see really quick that the volcano is still. Yeah. Well, it's okay. I'll get it on this next one. Hopefully. Wow. I'm not a huge fan of the axe, to be frank, either. Alright, let's go to Orange Bay. Wow. That's, certainly shiny. What is this skin? Oh, why am I hating? I actually do. I mean, I do like. I do prefer for my skins to look more. I try to make them chapter accurate. I'm never gonna play the tabletop. It's just too much money. But I do like making sure things look right. It actually reminds me a lot of just like general military uniform stuff. Period. I mean, they're well, it's funny. It depends on like your commander's role, because sometimes people will not care as much. Sometimes people will care more. I feel like the Space Marines, like it's kind of similar, right? Like chapter to chapter, like it's like your different commands who. Well, I don't know about that actually.
Lieutenant Titus predicts the Tyranids Hive Tyrant is leading a swarm along a
Oh, we're doing
corridor
this again.
toward the
Okay.
Astropathic relay. We are
I guess this is
inserting
like a
you near a
popular
bridge
example.
held by the Imperial Guard that intersects with its path. You will level the whole structure and crush that Xenos monstrosity in the collapse.
Okie dokie. Let's get after it again.
Assist in the defense of the bridge until you
The only reason I'm
confirm
using
that
the Instigator
Xenos
Bolt
Overlord
Carbine
has
is
entered the
because
kill zone.
in the
Then trigger the
trials,
detonation.
like the ones that were,
We will bring the Imperium's fist down on the leader
what is the word I'm looking for? And like the trials that you do, get some quick money. Like the class introduction trials, the Instigator Bolt Carbine did really well. Like it was advertised as like kind of magazine to kill a Majoris. Like you grapple to a Majoris and then kill it with that. So I thought, oh, okay, maybe I'll try that. I feel like that has not actually happened in any game that I've actually played. I wonder if they use like a buffed one. I should have pushed him the other way. Okay, never mind. That did really well. Okay, that worked. Yeah, oh, so I was watching it, Initial D, and now I'm watching, I liked it a lot, and it did really remind me of, again, the days when I used to really enjoy watching car stuff, and so I liked it so much that I ended up now watching MFG, which is like the sequel series. It's about like, I think it's like 30 years in the future, and it is not nearly as good as Initial D was, and there's a lot of problems with it, not least of which is that like
our brothers in arms need our help. Let us hurry.
That
wasn't hard.